I keep running out of space on my phone. So what else did I do today? Um, I was awake all night and I was thinking about how I could have made things better with this guy that I love, and I thought, well, he probably thinks that I'm just absolutely mean because I was trying to hold him up to really high standards, and so he whenever we've well, he has been trouble before, but I put it down to him having anxiety disorder and special needs, and I do love him. And I was looking at the gifts that he's brought me before. He's brought me a necklace, which says "I love you to the moon and back again," and then another one of an angel, and he's brought me a snow globe and for Christmas and a little snow globe for Valentine's, and he's always brought me some really thoughtful cards. And because I'm dubious of anybody loving me, and obviously he had controlling issues, and but he's got on top of he wasn't controlling when I came back from the refuge, but I was only seeing him once a week, and it was distressing him not to see me more because he said he had missed me so much. Anyway, I have no idea what's going through his mind, but I know that previously when he's upset me and he wants to for me to forgive him, he used to write me notes. So I wrote him a note and I've put it I've put it somewhere for him to find, and I don't want him to, it's no point in life messing up someone else's life, is there, So I don't want him to have a bad life, and if I can help anyone, I will, and if we're meant to be together, we will, and I'm leaving it all in God's hands. And on that thought, today being Sunday, and me thinking about um, God and Jesus and the theme of forgiveness and love, and let's love each other and make the world go round. I thought I'll ring up my mum, you know, and she's always been kind of a lot of my upset. But I thought, well, my mum's not well, and I'm just going to ring her up and give her a nice message. So that's what I did. Brave, eh? So all to distract myself, yeah, from because I'm absolutely feeling lovesick for this guy. And what is the matter with my body, huh? It's just that I feel like he can be a good guy, and if he loves me, then and I love him, and my issues, there was a lot of my issues, um, not not being able to see him because I was worried about my family. But anyway, if we can get on some of those anxieties, but there's anxieties in my family. So I spoke to my brother, one of my brothers, a week ago, I think, and I didn't get to catch up with my mum. So anyway, so so I said to my mum, "How's your health? You need to be sorting your health out. Make sure that you're having high doses of vitamin D, because she had cancer and she had a kidney cut out, one of her kidneys, and now they think that it's coming back again. So I said, well, if you keep worrying and if you keep being anxious, you're going to just make yourself worse. I said, so you need to, so I was sharing this message of forgiveness. I was like, just have to forgive everyone and forgive yourself and love yourself, and just, you know, saying this to my mum who, kind of hates me. But I was saying, look, mum, try to get yourself well, focus on being well and eating well, and achieve the dreams that you want to achieve. She wants to go to Australia, and so her mum died at the age of 72, and my mum is 70, and it's like, mum, get on and do some stuff in life that you want to do. And so I said, you know, do your planning, go to Australia, get it done. And she's like, well, I haven't got anyone to go with. And I said, well, well, I'll go with you then, if you need someone to go with you. And she said, yeah, I have to gag you. And I was like, I have to gag you as well then, Mum. you know. And that's humour. And I said, you know what, Mum? Everything's going to be fine. What we need to do is you put yourself in my shoes, and I'll put myself in your shoes, and then we'll think of things that way. And so I managed to, you know, keep the conversation tame and listen to what she had to say. Oh, and it's just so ridiculous, all this gossip that she comes out with of why she should not forgive people. Apparently, one of my brothers, hadn't gone round to see her and she was upset. And I said, well, maybe he had some things going on. Maybe he had his own issues. And she did say that there were some things that he was doing. I was like, well, there you go, Mum. He had his own stuff and he wasn't not loving you. He had, you've got to put yourself in his shoes, what was going on. And then she was gossiping about one of my sisters that had wanted a cat from me when I had some cats, and all of a sudden, because there's something going on wrong with this cat, they're suddenly calling it, my cat, and it's like, oh, hang on a minute, I was selling cats and I let them choose one for free, and then just because there was an issue, they're like, this is like a year and a half ago, or even 2 years ago, and they're just like, your cat. It's like, no, you chose this cat. And so apparently this cat got itself injured, which obviously is not my responsibility. They're the one looking, they're the ones that adopted this cat, my lovely cat. They should be taking, as they call my cat. Anyway, apparently needed to go to the vets and have some cream, and it cost like 140. I was like, are you trying to say that you want me to pay this bill when you've adopted this cat? Anyway, what drama as usual. So I laughed and I said, "But don't try to put this on me. You had any choice of cat, you could have chosen any, and you chose the one that you did." And anyway, just made, so I knocked that on the head, didn't let that get out of hand. And what else happened? So I was just trying to spread the love, spread the forgiveness, spread the message of forgiveness, and just have a backbone and be confident and just not let myself be walked over. And so managed a conversation with my mum. Yeah, and yep. What else? And I said that I visited my another sister in Cambridge the other day, and I went there with her son. What else did I get up to? Yep, just trying to distract myself, because why does that happen when you've not seen someone for a while? Someone that you love, and there's been an upset, and then you kind of just start missing them more. And I've decided that no one's perfect. I can't expect him to be perfect. So I just have to tame down my expectations. And if we're meant to be, then we'll be. I'm I'm just sending up my prayers, and I'm leaving it to God, and I'm saying, you know everything, God. You know everything. You know what's best, and may things work out according to God, and I keep having the messages back. I keep feeling this positivity that this guy can actually be a great guy when he has help with his emotions and with some security. And I didn't really give him security because obviously I kept having to not see him um, because of my family. But my family are grown up living their own lives and doing exactly what they want. I'm not judging them. I'm not telling them who to date, who to see. I'm not telling them what sex to choose. I'm not telling them what they can and can't do. They have free range. And so I'm trying to explain to my children, let me love who I want to love, and you love who you want to love, and I'm trying to get the message across that I'm not going to let anyone treat me bad. I'm not going to be in any relationship where I'm walked over, but where I'm just gonna have compromise where we both work things out and talk things through. So whatever happens, happens. But I don't want to be alone. I've decided, yeah, I can get some stuff done myself. Yep, that's great. But I would like to have someone to do stuff with, And so just waiting for someone to fall out of the sky and just land in my lap. But it's nice to have friends and it's nice to catch up with my family. So I'm thinking of having a go at some instruments. I've got a guitar over here and a stand and bits and pieces that my uni son has given me to look after, and he said I can have the guitar. So I'm going to have a practice. I've no knowledge of guitars whatsoever, so that's going to distract me to learn that and prepare myself for moving. Fingers crossed I get somewhere, and fingers crossed I get on top of my debt, and fingers crossed I get myself well, get my confidence, get on top of my anxiety disorder, get my back sorted, and then have a career of, now that my children have left home, and hopefully I can focus. I haven't got anyone to care for anymore, and so hopefully I can set up some businesses and help other people with the things I'd like to, or to carry on with studies. So a course I did study, which I had to remind my mum about. I said, Mum, I paid £1,000 or between 800 and £1,000 to a blood test course so that I could help her, like if she gave me a blood test, I can look at what she needs, if there's some deficiencies going on. But no, she's just, she don't want to know. I was like, Mum, how are you going to get yourself well if you don't know if you're deficient in vitamin D, if you're deficient in something that might help your health? And she's like, well, she has improved her health. She's improved her diet. But let's hope and I hope that I pass on some good vibes to her. And I was also saying to her, because I realised with this situation of this guy that I love that everyone else didn't like, she was with a partner that wasn't great at, at parenting and wasn't great. But I was trying to say to her, Mum, if you love this guy, she's been with him like 30 years, just love each other. Don't, and I was just saying, I wanted to reassure her, Mum, just get on and love this person and make things work, or, or do something else. And because I think that he didn't like that she had children. They had 2 children. They went on to have 2 children together, but my mum had 7 of us, and he wasn't. He's, I don't know. Maybe I don't know if it's a guy thing, but wants attention and doesn't like attention being given to children. So it was hard, living with my mum because she never wasn't allowed to spend time with me because he was always wanting all the attention. And anyway, that's another story, which I'll probably mention in at some time or other. But I'm trying to do this happy-go-lucky vibe. I'm trying to conquer. I'm trying to be a winner. And inside, I'm like, I don't want to let go of the person that I actually have loved the most in my life. And nobody actually really knows all the wonderful things that he has done, because when he does some bad stuff, it kind of just blocks out any good that he's done. And that's not fair, is it? Because there is some balance. And hopefully there'll never be anything bad again, but I don't want it to be because I'm never going to see him again, because that would absolutely be horrible, because he had been improving all the time. And you know so what else was I gonna think about? I've got think about